Initials MM from NYC, Manhattan. Assalamu alaikum. Reading Quran, English, if one doesn't know how to read Arabic during Ramadan. Is it the question? If one doesn't know how to read Arabic during Ramadan?
What's the question, Nafis?
Reading Quran in English, if one doesn't know how to read Arabic during Ramadan.
Right, reading the Quran in English if one doesn't know how to read Arabic in Ramadan. What's important is the virtue of reading the Quran that's mentioned in the Quran and the Sunnah. It's talking about reading the Quran, the kalam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Arabic. Qul huwallahu ahad, Allahu samad. That's Allah's speech. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's speech being interpreted is one thing. Allah's speech being translated is a second thing. Some of the ulama say that you can't translate the Quran. They say the Quran cannot be translated. It's haram to be translated. We're not here to discuss that ruling right now. What's important is there's a blessing and there's a barakah, and you reading anything which is beneficial. Anything which is beneficial to your spirit and your soul. Whether it is a book, whether it comes to Allah, whether it's a translation, the interpretation, it's a reward. Is it the same reward as reading directly from the Mus'haf Sharif? Reading the surah in its original language, so on and so forth? That's one thing. But for you to sit down and read the translation or to read the interpretation of the Quran and what it means and so on and so forth, that's a beautiful thing, and there's a great deal of reward in that. So don't ever stop doing that. Don't stop what? Doing that. And even if you know Arabic, doesn't mean that you don't read English. As we said many times, it's not haram to read English. I enjoy reading English myself. Islamic books. There's many Islamic books I have in which are what? I read in English. And I benefit and I learn from them in English. Everybody clear on this or not? So what's important is that you perform good in this month. If you know Arabic, and alhamdulillah. If you can read Arabic without knowing it, then alhamdulillah. And if you can't, and you want the reward, then you need to learn how to read the Quran in its original language. And it's not that hard, it's not that difficult. There are classes, there are books, there are apps, there are people. All it takes is a little bit of sacrifice, a little bit of hard work, a little bit of effort, a little bit of money, and bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, in 3 months, 6 months, a year, you'll be able to read the Quran, bi'idhnillahi subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah knows best.